One, look at these areas that you don't have very much knowledge on and get a base level of understanding for that. And two, build out your network. And this could be building out your network by just talking to your current clients.
Hi, I'm Scott Schutte.
And I'm Dr. Janine Stichter.
Welcome to Becoming the Ultimate Coach with the Jock
And the Doc.
We are here to disrupt some of the current thinking around how the fitness industry approaches clients. Our goal is to educate and inspire fitness professionals to get the results, income, hours, and career that they want and deserve.
Our combined experience in education in psychology and fitness create a new insight on ways to become the ultimate coach.
Welcome to Becoming the Ultimate Coach. I'm the Jock, this is the Doc, and today we're going to talk about you becoming your client's head coach. And when I'm talking about that is like their head fitness coach. So much of this is like thinking about clients coming in and it's like, okay, I'm going to help them with their exercise, or I'm going to help them with their nutrition. But we want to think of, we're taking care of everything. And the beauty of this is you become way more valuable. When clients are picking out someone to work with, say they're looking for a personal trainer or a gym to work at, and they see, okay, gym X is fitness and you can get a hard workout. Cool. Gym Y, you can get a hard workout. Plus you have someone that's looking over everything else that you're doing to help you reach your fitness goals. And when I'm talking about everything else, it doesn't mean you have to do everything. Like, you need to stay in your scope of practice. You're not a physical therapist, you're not a chiropractor, you're not a massage therapist, you're not a whatever, you're not a doctor. But should you have good references and should you have good knowledge with those people? Absolutely. Like my clients, if they come to me and they're like, hey, I'm working with this chiropractor and here's what's going on. I'm like, oh, great, what's their name? Can you let them know that I want to talk to them? And some people that sometimes they need to get the release to do that for them to talk with me. And we go through those steps. And then I'll have a conversation with that person. Be like, hey, what are you working on? What have you seen? What do you know about this person? What do you want me to do more of? What do you want me to stay away from? And I defer to them as the expert. If it's a doctor that they're working with on different things, like I want to have communication with as many of these people as possible. That also builds up a great network for me, for these professionals to refer to me, which is a nice side bonus. But the other thing is, it also, like, sometimes I'll get clients with me and they're like, I feel like, I just feel off. I want to get some blood work. Well, I know a doc, based off these other clients and that had success with, of like, go to this person. So you become their overall fitness guide. And this gets better results, it's better for business, and overall, like, they will love you that much more. So Janine, what's your take on this?
Well, I think it's so important, especially more so today than any time before, because we have the internet. We have so much information and so many easy ways of getting word of mouth and checking with people, and people see things on social media like, oh, I did this. Well, should I be doing this? Should I do those things? And I've talked about this before, is it's this information overload, and it's also choice fatigue, which of course just sounds so like, oh, whatever, but we have so many options, and your clients have so many options of routes to go. Having somebody help them sort through all of that. And again, you don't have to know how to do everything. And again, to Scott's point, staying in that scope of practice. But and any of us have probably experienced that. If I talk to a physical therapist about what I'm feeling, and then I talk to my massage therapist about what I'm feeling, and then I talk to my friend about what I'm feeling, they might all have 3, 4 different suggestions. Well, most of us don't have time to execute all of those. And then some of those might be great suggestions for so-and-so, but not here. So having somebody that's looking over all of that is just a relief in and of itself psychologically, to be able to, for me to say, like, here's what I'm thinking, or here's what's going through my head. Well, Scott can say, have you thought about this? Or I've talked to so-and-so, or here's somebody that I've worked with that I've seen, as you pointed out, really nice results and things like that. And then also it allows you to create this network and know your client's personality. And I heard somebody say this really well the other day is, hey, this provider is science, straight science. They go by the book, if it's this, this, and this, and some people really like that model. This provider is a little bit more arts and science, and so it's kind of listening to the patient or the client and going based by, of course, evidence-based practice and having a combination. Some of your clients are really more the art and science. They want a little bit more of that outside of the box thinking, and they're more open to some newer opportunities and newer strategies where other people really want to know, like, what's the protocol that's been used over and over again. And so by having some information, having that kind of network, understanding your clients, you're giving them the best recommendations, and also they'll respect you too when you say, hey, this seems to be a problem area for you and I don't want to exacerbate it. Why don't you go see somebody, and you can give recommendations if they have, and check that out. Then they know that you're being very thoughtful, very concerned about things, and aren't going past what your expertise is.
Yeah, and going back to this like head coach analogy is you still have to have an understanding of all the different positions. You still have to know all these different things, at least to have a conversation about that. So one, the first step for you might be just having a better understanding. So if someone is asking about nutrition or supplementation or some sort of injury or something like that, if you just have a better understanding of what they're even saying, because it's hard to give the right recommendation for the right person if you don't even understand the kind of base concept with that. So start with that, and you'll learn a lot of this just from the questions that clients are asking. And the second part is really building up that network. Like when I am referring someone to a massage therapist, like I'm like, well, I know this guy and he does a lot of deep tissue. And so whether someone wants something a little bit harder or softer, that might be good or bad for them. I got someone else that can go to your home, so maybe someone prefers that. As far as like chiropractors, I have someone that, again, is more aggressive, someone that does the more spinal manipulation adjusting that's more aggressive, and some that just use like the little thumper gun kind of deal. So it's talking to the client and figuring out what's the best fit for them, because I want to be the best head coach that they can get, and I need to have the right other assistant coaches in there to help along with this journey. So make sure that you're having a good understanding with that, and really work on building up this different network of people. So it's not just a physical therapist, because I have a physical therapist that's really good at shoulders. I have a physical therapist that's really good for low back, and then I have just a company of physical therapy that I'll refer to that's good at general overall things. So having these different things is key to that, because I ultimately love training people on the floor, and I ideally not working around all these different injuries. So if I can send them out to the physical therapy that helps with low back, and they come back to me and that low back's better, now I can go back to doing all the other things that I enjoy more doing. So it makes it better for me.